Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the Calm Down It's Fine podcast. If you enjoy our stuff, you can help us out by sharing, subscribing, leaving a positive review. If you don't have something good to say or a good review to give, just don't give it at all. But if you like it, share it, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, and enjoy the episode. All right, everybody, here we are.
This is it.
Episode
82.
Same age as David.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the Three Musketeers again.
We're back, baby.
We back. Bet you guys are tired of hearing Harry.
I know I was.
Yeah,
so
they're
gladly.
like, that guy's been old news.
You know, so I listened to that episode 81. I listened to it.
Yeah.
And we did a very poor job of for audio people.
Yeah, I know because my wife listened to it and went,
I didn't know,
this is so hard to listen. Like, she was like, this is...
I'm listening and I'm thinking, we were thinking everyone's watching this, but
Yeah.
as I'm listening, I'm like, no one can understand, because you both were up and out the whole, but I didn't explain it very well of what's going on, because I'm thinking people are watching, which people would get it.
I think it's okay for us to every once in a while have like a video favored, show or whatever.
Yeah, and honestly, I understand that people typically listen to this while they're in the car or anything like that, but you really do get an extra element to the podcast watching it.
Yeah.
Facial expressions, me
Right.
literally dying
and
on
that's
this
the
couch.
same for the Nate Bargatze's show.
Right.
Sometimes listening to it, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
But then watching it, obviously.
Well, there was a lot of oh, you okay, man? There's a lot of laughing, and
my wife,
he's really dying.
My wife, she said, Nikki was like, it just sounds like you guys are eating chips into the mic, and I have no idea what's going on. And I was like,
well, she's pretty pessimistic always, though.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, Nikki.
I'm not.
I it was a fun episode.
It was I thought it was going to be one of our best episodes, but audio wise, I was like, this is a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Well, I mean, on YouTube.
What do you think, Dustin?
I mean, I really
You didn't listen to it. It was a joke. It was a setup.
I really enjoyed it. That was definitely more of a visual episode, not so much as an audio episode.
Right.
There's how many episodes do we have that are if you were to watch it, it's not. It's yeah. But with listening to it,
sometimes
it's better.
I forget people are listening to this, and I feel like now that we have cameras, it's people.
Well, how about we tell them to suck it up and go watch the darn thing?
Yeah, subscribe on YouTube, guys.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, match that subscribe. Give us a like.
And again, give us your money. We don't care about you. We want your money.
Yeah. Basically, our next. Oh, so the hats.
Sold out.
Yes, we are sold out.
They went fast.
Really, I didn't know that.
They went fast.
But a couple of
I
the people
thought the
have
hats were-
reserved their hats and have not sent me their address or payment method.
That's fine as long as they give us
So
money.
they're reserved, but I have. If you want one still, tell me you want one, because I am going to put another order in.
Because they went fairly quick.
1 week. Wasn't a week.
Yeah.
Which is, I knew that was going to happen because but my point is, if you want a hat, let me know. I can put the order in soon. In that order, we paid for the hats.
One of the hats that got bought was Nikki's client.
Yeah, that's weird.
She
listens.
Well, that's what I was like. Nikki was like, Nikki put on Facebook was like, hey, my husband's podcast, they're selling hats. Or I don't know exactly what she said, but she put it on Facebook. It was like, they have a couple hats left. If you're interested, let me know, and we'll get that hat to you. And one of her clients was like, yeah, I want a hat. And I was like, I didn't even.
Yeah.
Someone
did the same thing to me.
I think the hats are better branding than the shirts and stuff. I mean, shirts are cool and everything, but hats are really popular right now. That's the fashion thing, especially probably in the market that we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this just a normal pen?
No.
This
It
is
looks like one
that
though, doesn't it? Yeah. Yep.
Very cool.
It writes like a pen. This is the most wonderful thing ever.
Yeah. So yeah, do we have we haven't
I might do another style. I might do a leather patch.
I like the leather patch idea.
I like the ones we did.
I think,
but the Richardson 112s are not cheap hats. You know what
Yeah.
you're getting. It's a solid hat if anyone knows anything about it.
It's Cameron's favorite.
Cameron's go-to.
Yeah.
It's the best hat.
the 112 is pretty
I would like
standard.
to get some Richardson 511s.
How is Richardson not a sponsor of this podcast? I feel like you alone are keeping them afloat.
Well, I talked to them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh.
about last year.
Did we talk about this already on the podcast?
What did they say?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
We talk about a lot of things.
Also-
We can talk about that off air. We don't need to
Yeah,
talk about that into the mics.
I like the design of the hats. I think it's really cool. Obviously, like having variety is really neat. So that'd be cool to see different options, like
Right.
with the
Well, I had
I
an idea of like a hat that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Which was like a trucker style hat.
Okay.
Where it's kind of like it's the back is like the plastic and then the front is like that kind of like the soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just gonna be CDIF
That's so
in
funny.
big red letters, and I was like, dude, that's like, I would love to have that hat.
Yes.
If the hat was just like black with just CDIF in big
Yeah.
red letters, I was like, that would be.
People are like, what?
It'd be super simple, but like, like a trucker style. That'd be
I like that style hat.
What was that again, David?
like a trucker style hat. It's just a black hat. And then you know how like the trucker style, the front is like soft. It's like a foam
Yeah.
almost. Yeah, and then it just in bold red letters, just CDIF.
Yeah,
It's just like CDIF.
that's one of the problems.
That's why I want to do it because I think it'd be so funny.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
We also have that T-shirt idea that I was playing around with. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with that. But
We have a lot of. I feel like we have a lot of options for T-shirts that
We have a
we
lot
can
of-
do. It's just a matter of funds.
ideas and motivation.
I think. I think a good T-shirt would be same age as David. I feel like that would be like a, and that's simple. Like we could figure out a way to do it and make it fun. But
There's some
the-
listeners that would listen to it or would buy it.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I would buy it. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
the
I would wear that
problem
all over
is
the place.
you just did you ever do our Spotify rap?
Mm-mm.
Our Spotify rap, we had 170 people. Our podcast is a top 10.
Mm-hmm.
165. Our podcast is a top 5. And number one podcast was 70 for 70 people. That's a good number. Like those are good. Those are
Oh,
good.
okay. Yeah. All right. When
So
you were
for-
saying it, I wasn't
Yeah,
understanding at first when you said it.
I didn't figure it out until you got to the end. So I get it now.
So for 170 people rated us in their top 10.
Based off of their
Based
listeners,
off of their listening
we were the
patterns.
top 10. We were in their top 10 of whatever they listened to.
So Spotify is really good about analytics. That's
Yeah.
probably the
Right.
best. And you know
YouTube's really
And
big on
then
that too.
for 170 more people, we were in top 5.
But then 70 were top 1. That's pretty good.
Number one for 70 people.
I'm good with that.
a medium range podcast. That's
For not having 100 episodes out yet.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
from
that's-
Hillsboro that
Yeah,
has
I s-
151 people, so that's like half the town.
We need to buy a billboard.
yeah. I said,
Yes.
hey guys, my name's Karen Manarese, and I'm one of the hosts of the Calm Down It's Fine podcast. Our podcast is a non-controversial, lighthearted comedy podcast. We started a year ago and haven't missed 1 week since starting. We have a insert number amount of listeners per week, and it continues to grow. We generate thousands of views each week with our YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and Facebook Reels.
Cameron is really shooting a shot.
We are
Yeah.
looking to grow our podcast and bring on a couple sponsors, but we really only want products that we would use. All of us are huge Richardson 112 fans, and we're wondering if you would be interested in sponsoring one of our episodes or would be interested in partnering with us for some ads.
That's cap, pun
We lo-
intended.
We love your product and would love to promote it. We also are in the process of creating our own hats and would love for you guys to be a part of that. Here's some links to our podcast. Can't hurt to have a couple extra thousand ears hearing about your product each week. So that's the same thing I did to Brian.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seems like a long message, and they were just like, no.
Hi, Cameron. Thanks for reaching out to us and for your kind words about Richardson and our 112 hat style. It's always great to hear from fans of our products. I'm thrilled to hear that your podcast is growing and it looks awesome. While we typically don't do many sponsorships like this, I appreciate your interest and would be happy to look into it further in the future. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks again for your support and have a great day.
What's his name? What was the name of the guy that wrote that?
Richardson.
Well, beats me.
Oh, dude. Before I forget.
And then I sent them a picture of me and Kaysen with my hat on. Richardson 112.
Yeah.
Darn. And they responded with a heart.
Oh, look at that. So
So I'm just
somebody's
trying
running the social media.
Trying to keep, but honestly, let's look at this. Never mind.
Never mind.
Well,
So,
we might get sponsored from them, so I don't want to say, hey, they only have 16,000 followers on Instagram.
oh, is that the truth?
Yeah.
Do you want me to cut that out?
What?
Okay.
They're not going to sponsor us.
We
So-
got Brian Bates.
I had a funny thing happen to me today. I don't want to tell it before I forget.
Bless up, bro.
Yep.
So, what?
Real quick, I don't know. Have we heard from Brian since he was here? At all?
I mean, no, he hasn't reached out to us or anything.
I didn't know if he missed
Yeah.
us.
Nah.
I mean, let's be real. He's a little more busy than
He's
we
a
are.
lot. He's a lot cooler
Yeah.
than we are.
Oh, so today I'm at work,
Mhm.
and they got this guy working with
Your
me.
mom goes to work.
She doesn't actually. No, she does. Why did I forget my mom has a job? That's weird. So, so I'm at work with this guy, and he's older. I think he's like 62 or something like that.
You're 82.
Yeah. So, he found out a long time ago when like I first met him at our company, that I was a preacher. So every time he sees me, he wants to ask me like random questions about,
Yeah.
about different religions and stuff like that. Like today he went on about 7-Day Adventists and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
You told him Jehovah's Witness is the most fun one, right?
he came up because we saw a Catholic church and
A Catholic church.
yeah,
A Catholic church.
and he was like, "What do you think about the Catholics?" I was like, "They're scammers, but they got really nice buildings." And
They like young men.
so
They're really into the youngins.
And someone said that to me this week. I asked them a question. They said, do Catholics like little boys?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, that was the answer.
A
The
dog.
question to this answer was yes, because I asked him a question. He goes, do the Catholics like little boys? And I said, yes.
Yeah, it's something like 70% of like Catholic churches have incidents of pedophilia.
this is really
it's like-
gonna take away from my funny story.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
It's just, man, talk about a wet blanket.
I'm just saying
Ugh, oh.
they like boys more than girls do.
Go ahead.
Get going, buddy.
So
Get on up out
So today we were working together, and he looks over and he goes, "David," and I go, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "Are you still a preacher?" And I go, "Yes, sir. I'm still a preacher." And he goes, "So if I buy you lunch, does that make up for the fact that I'm behind on my tithe?"
Oh, man.
And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, so I said, "Yeah, that's exactly how that works." And no, I didn't. I told him not to worry about it, and but yeah, he literally was like, "So yeah, I haven't been to church in a little while, and I'm behind on my tithe." So
this is how David got free lunch
So
for
if
the
I-
rest of his life.
So if I buy you lunch, does that make up for that? Yeah, I think in the checks and balances, you know what I'm saying? It's just
The Lord sees your heart, brother.
so, yeah. No, he offered it to me like 3 times. I was like, "I'm good, man." But tomorrow, if you ask me again tomorrow, I'm taking
Yeah,
him up on
you're
it.
like, I'm good, man. My wife makes a killing, so we're pretty.
I'm like, bro, I don't think you can afford the type of fajitas that I eat. Can't afford that.
Dude, that was the funniest thing that anyone said today.
Too funny, dude. All right. We got some emails.
Okay,
Let's do it.
are they good?
Well,
I don't know. We said some pretty controversial things last week.
I haven't read the one.
Last year,
Bro, my mind is all.
mine is not real.
I'm pretty sure I got some hate mail.
Did
Really?
you?
Probably from your brother.
That's fun. Can I read that? You used to throw them up on the TV, but you don't do that anymore.
Well, I think I unplugged the TV. I didn't realize it.
Oh, well.
You serious?
I had to plug that thing in. It's either that or unplug your router.
All
That's
right, we
weird.
got an email from a new email. I have never seen this. It says, well, I've never seen this guy before. Way to go, fellas, is the header. Chris Lundell, 729. That's nice. Hey, guys, my name's Chris. I've been listening since like episode 3
Okay.
and have listened to every episode since.
Time out. You
That's what I'm saying.
Wait,
What?
You couldn't go back and listen to
1 and 2?
episodes?
I guess he started listening on our 3rd episode.
Yeah.
Like our 3rd episode came out, and he was like, "All right, I'm going to start listening."
And he's listened ever since.
Chris, have you listened to 1 and 2?
We need
Was
to
it
know.
that bad?
Well, sometimes like, okay, you start a show, but you kind of start a little late, and it's really good, and you're like, I don't want to go to the beginning.
I've done that.
You know, like, 'cause,
I mean,
just
but-
you know, like everyone's pilot episode is trash. No one has a good pilot.
Our pilot episode, though,
everyone-
has our best joke ever, so much so that a professional comedian walked in and said, "Recovering Nazarene."
Oh yeah.
For truesies.
And I was like,
Now I've never said anything
I
funnier.
was thinking back, and I was like, I barely knew Dustin. When I was
you
like-
barely knew him. Me and him, I was like, I've
was a year
seen
and a
his
half.
face before.
I mean, I knew you, but I was like, hey,
We're going on our 2nd year, right, of doing the
Yeah.
pod. Wow.
Yeah.
in May it'll be 2 years.
Oh, dude, we're talk every week now.
Wow.
You had been coming to church for a year.
Yeah.
And I don't.
But I
I had
didn't really know you.
I had shaken your hand at a hockey game one time before the podcast started,
Yep.
and now here we are.
And now I do anything to get rid of you.
Thank you.
All right. So Chris has been here for a long time. Chris, I haven't seen one review from you or
Yeah. Or
podcast
or an email.
5-star.
I'm not
Right up.
looking, to be honest.
Hey guys, my name's Chris. I've been listening since like episode 3 and I've listened to every episode since, and I'm proud to call myself a Comrade XD.
Hey-o.
My cousins got me into C. diff,
Yeah.
and I believe one of them has emailed in several times. Her name is Brooklyn
Well,
Sherry.
Sherry.
I think.
Your cousin
Brooklyn
got you
Cherry.
into it. Maybe a doctor
Anyway,
can get you out.
just wanted to encourage you guys and say I respect y'all for making such great content while always making sure to share the gospel. I swear, that's tough language.
Yeah, dude, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I swear it's podcasts like you and the Tim Hawkins podcast that's holding down the gospel fortress in the podcasting realm.
We've got company.
We've got.
I mean, I don't know if the Tim Hawkins podcast is holding down the gospel fortress.
He's giving the gospel to a bunch of his shows. So he's, like,
I'm
he's
not saying,
yeah,
but
yeah.
their podcast is not.
Right. I understand. I'm just yeah.
You listen to it.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's funny, but podcasts that are holding down the gospel fortress in the podcasting realm. Also, I really admire you guys as a bunch of blue collar boys who get together to do a podcast. Something totally unrelated to your already tough jobs. Here, high five. Yep. Come on.
Oh yeah.
If you look closely, you'll see a streak of blue on my neck. Oh yeah.
from
For
your
those
cheap jewelry.
for those listening, we just high fived each other for being blue collar, hard working boys.
Yeah.
Something totally unrelated. You guys have inspired me, also a blue collar boy, to start my own history themed podcast, and I'm loving it. Hey,
Oh,
cool.
all right.
Hey, I forgot that was in there.
What
Look
does
at us
he do? Does he say what kind of
Bleep
trade
that
he's in?
out. I don't want any of our listeners going over there. No, I'm joking. No, dude, that's awesome.
Does he put the name in there?
No,
What kind of history?
come on, man, give us the name.
Yeah, bro. We
Chris.
give you a shout out.
Chris.
Christopher.
What if like
Chris's history podcast?
What if he only covers like negative history?
Like controversial.
Yeah.
history.
Like
What really happened?
what really happened during
Chernobyl.
the Holocaust was not real. You know, like one of them.
Titanic from the water view.
There is a huge group of people that think the Holocaust was fake.
I know,
Yeah.
but we're reading the email right now.
I understand. I'm just saying.
Is Chris one of those people?
That's what I'm wondering.
We'd have to listen to
Give
his
us the
podcast
name,
to find
bro.
out.
What kind of trade is he in?
Give us the name.
He said he's blue collar.
Yeah, what are you doing, Chris?
Tell us,
No,
Chris.
he's just a crip.
On a history themed podcast, and I'm loving it. Congrats on everything thus far. You guys rock. And know that I'm always listening. Ooh. What'd you say? What,
he said he's a crip
He said, what kind of trade
Because
is he
they're
in?
blue,
Since he said
that's-
he's blue collar, I said, nah, he's just a crip.
because the
The Bloods of the Crips.
The Crips are blue. Yeah, that was good. I thought that was. Wow.
And know that I'm always listening. Got creepy. I don't mean that in a threatening way. He
Sounded
knew we were
pretty
going to say
threatening.
something.
All right.
I'm always listening, and then he followed up because he knew we couldn't just read right there.
listening.
God bless you, beautiful degenerates.
Is that what he said?
Honey, do you just want the dogs to ruin the podcast? Yeah. P.S. Not to reignite anything, and no offense to my brothers and sisters in Christ, but KJV all the way, baby.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh. Good. I like that. Awesome, Chris.
It's cool.
All right. Let's see who else we have. All right. Here we go. Ready? I'm back. Who do you think we're talking about?
Is it Hannah Fankart?
No.
Really? Ben?
I'm back.
I'm back.
Moo.
Moo?
Moo.
Dude, I don't know.
The cowboy. What's his name?
Larry Cowles.
Larry Cowles.
I don't remember.
It was on the episode
Sorry,
Meredith
it's
was
been
on.
a while. Had moved from my last farm to the new.
This isn't a real person.
You think it's a cow?
So this is a guy pretending to be a cow?
Again, not trying to start anything, but as I hear forward, I'm all about the beef. Let's talk Christmas. You know what's better than $1 bills? Milk. You know what's better than a gas mask? Milk. You know what's better than a PS5? Nothing. Please pray for me. I'm in utter pain from all that Chick-fil-A sign flipping.
How much time does Jesse Clark have on his hands?
I will say, I am amused last episode, so keep it up. Remember, the stakes are high for failing.
This has to be Jesse Clark, right?
It's not Jesse Clark.
No, it's,
I don't
you
think
it is.
I don't think Jesse Clark would do the same joke twice, but this is
I think he
definitely a
would.
fake person.
But who do you think would do this? Who do you know of?
No idea. I couldn't.
I'm trying to think of people that I would think would do this that would listen. I don't know all the people in your circle.
Puns in there.
There's a lot.
It was
So
a lot
someone
of
that
dad
would
jokes.
really be into the puns and that would care enough to do this.
Brutal. All right. Now this one is from Hannah Fankart.
Okay.
I think it's funny that Harrison came back and so did Hannah. Hannah, I'm joking.
He's taken.
I'm joking. She's like, I'm here for the rebound, though. Hannah, I'm joking.
I want to say this real quick because I didn't get to like a month or two ago, but I was coming home from school at Sussex Tech at night for the adult ed program, and I was on 13, and I'm driving, and this church van comes up next to me, and it says,
Bayview Baptist.
yeah, and I'm like, that's weird, and I look, and it's Hannah Fankart's driving.
Did she know it was you?
I was in my rusty minivan, so no.
You didn't even want to be like,
I'm like,
no,
I'll let it go. I don't. It's fine.
Because you've met her.
At the youth rally.
Yeah. Oh, church. She came to church.
She was at your youth rally?
I thought it was a youth rally. Was it not a youth rally?
No, it was revival service or something.
Oh.
Anyways,
I've never met her.
episode 81, same age as David. Hannah's our biggest fan.
Yeah.
You know,
I think she's the first person to ever email in.
I think so.
Yep.
My personal and probably unpopular opinion, Starbucks is overrated and Stanley Cups are overrated. The only Stanley that is not overrated is the NHL Stanley Cup. The OG Stanley Cup.
That's
you
what I'm
can't
talking
change
about.
my mind. Have a great week, guys.
Good stuff.
It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Overrated. I should have listened for a few more minutes before sending my email. Stanley Cups, LOL, because you had mentioned.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to come at David about his Chick-fil-A assessment, but since he agrees with NHL Stanley Cup, I'll refrain. Nice.
So I won some grace.
I didn't know about the Stanley Cup trend thing until after, because my dad had a Stanley thermos.
Who thought after all the years of making measuring tapes that it would be a cup that really put them on the map?
So dumb. You're so dumb.
Like, who would have thunk it?
Is it the same company?
Yeah.
Is it the same company?
David.
Stanley?
No.
It's not. How many Stanleys are out there?
It's a joke, dude. I'm just.
It's a completely different logo.
I don't know what either logo looks like.
Well, the Stanley one is just, it looks kind of like, it just says Stanley, and it's yellow.
That's
So-
a tape measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll wager it's the same company.
You really think so? I don't think it is.
I don't take bets.
Look it up. I'm curious now.
You need to look.
But everyone in my family had always had some sort of Stanley, like a thermos or cup or whatever, so I didn't really think anything of it. And then I got one, and I was like, oh, that's pretty, and it was a big one. I'm like, this is sweet. I had no idea it was trendy now.
I mean, it's a cup, right?
That's why I don't, but it's like a big, apparently it's some big deal.
Did they used to be like a thermos company?
They still make them. That's how I know them.
I was about to say, maybe I do. I think my dad had a thermos.
That's like, they
thermos
like
when he was-
invented the thermos. That's why it's so popular.
Oh.
Or at least like the stand, the stand it has got the green handle, and
Right.
you take the cup off, and
Yeah.
the lid is a cup.
Yeah, my dad had one of those.
Yeah,
And they also make tape measures, right?
I guess.
I don't know.
Is it the same company?
Yeah, walk by, honey. You're good. It's not the same.
I didn't think it was.
No, not the same.
It's not.
The joke still stands, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
All right. We are going to finish the emails because I was talking about people not sending them in, and then some people sent them in, so I want to get them all.
Go,
Gotcha.
go.
Tori Easter, recent episodes. I'm one of the secret.
Yep.
I'm one of the recent episodes you guys mentioned. Okay. Tori.
Sound it out.
In. She spelled it wrong. I'm just reading what she wrote. In one of the recent episodes, you guys mentioned David's $400 fajitas.
we've mentioned that for
Quite a
years.
Quite a bit. It seems to be a running joke on this podcast.
It's just funny.
These weren't recent. And it made me think of something similar that happened to me. Tori, how far behind are you?
She can't. No, I think recently we did make a $400 fajita joke.
Did we?
We made a
Which
joke,
one?
but the story goes way back.
The
Story's 2
story
years
is
old.
way back, but I think that we did make a joke recently.
Me and my boyfriend. Okay, Tori. Okay.
I know him. He's a good guy.
Me
Isn't
and
he?
my boyfriend ordered food from a local deli. Instead of $20, I was charged $200 for chicken tenders. Another time we went out,
Were
we
they
went
good
to a
chicken
Chipotle.
tendies?
As we ordered, two cooks in the back started fighting. Big 300-pound dude versus a guy who looks like he does CrossFit. No one was hurt, but that experience makes me think Chipotle is overrated. Have a great day.
I agree.
I don't think you have to bring 300-pound man in this.
He's been eating a lot of Chipotle.
Yeah.
In a CrossFit.
I'd like to be clear. I do like Chipotle. I mean, it's what I like.
No,
more.
if I'm gonna
I think
catch
it's
flack
overrated.
for the stance I took on Chick-fil-A, how I said I do enjoy Chick-fil-A and I like it a lot. I just think that the cult is weird, and I'm gonna get attacked by it.
I don't think I attacked you.
No, somebody already mentioned that they were gonna give me flack. Dude, my brain just turned off for a second, bro. That was so. Dude, so
well, good for you, Tori.
That is so
Having a boyfriend. Good for you. Who is he?
his name's Garrett.
Is he in your church?
Mhm.
It's great, man.
Yeah.
What's he do for a living?
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't
There we
know.
go.
He's a super smart guy though.
Yeah.
He's
You're probably HVAC.
Kazzy. Guns from my brother Casimiro Manarese.
Oh,
You communistic, disappointing liberal pigs.
Mm-hmm. I like how this started.
He's been telling me about this email all week. He's been so excited for you to read it.
All right.
We're not going to finish it.
You're just gonna start. You're just gonna give us the insult and then move on.
I would kill him if I didn't read it. Can you
Hey,
imagine?
what? He would be like,
He would come into work from listening to it on Monday, and he would just look at me like, huh. That's what he'd do. All right. I am disappointed in this podcast. Whoever agrees to that logic deserves to be in Hades.
In what?
Hades.
Hades.
Oh, Hades.
Dustin is right.
That's where they make Hey Dudes.
You guys are fools besides Dustin. Harrison should be on Dustin's side because he lives in the worst part of Philadelphia. Harrison and David still apologize publicly and to the podcast. Funds for the idolatry.
Wait, what am I apologizing for?
I don't know.
He sent another email that went through first. Unless David and Harrison apologize sincerely in public and the podcast, I will not allow them to be in my bunker in Armageddon.
What am I apologizing for?
About your stance on guns.
It was your stance.
I know, but he decided to take you and Harrison because he'd already lectured me for 4 weeks.
I get my own room in the bunker.
There's not going to be enough room for you and your 700 guns.
Too funny. I actually have talked to a lot of people about this.
I stand firm on my stance of what on guns was,
Yeah,
I stand firm on mine.
which is fine. I don't want you to waver on your laurels, but
My laurels?
yeah. especially those.
Morals?
No, laurels, bro.
Laurels. That's the right word, right?
Laurels?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Ever in my life.
Loyalty, morals.
Laurels?
Your laurels. It's like you're loyal to your morals.
You're just making. You have to be making this up. You have to be making this up.
Why did you just?
Well, I was just laughing because we just said laurels and morals about 7 times in a row. Laurels?
This is not a
Morals?
word.
Morals? Laurels?
He was being stupid, so I was just. He said, "Yeah, that's where right." So I was just like, "Yeah, going with it." And then I was like, "Yeah, you're loyal to your morals." It's called laurels.
Wait, it's laurels. Laurels is a word, though, is it not?
No.
Have I just been saying that wrong my entire life?
David, stop.
I'm being dead serious right now.
You said
Instead of morals,
Standing on your...
morals.
Dude, I swear I've heard laurels before.
no.
Is that not a word?
No.
I thought you were joking, so I was bullcrapping it, trying to get Dustin. And I came up with a great on-the-fly, like, yeah, you're loyal to your morals, and you say laurels.
You're not going to get credit if you give it to yourself. But
I'm just saying, like, and now you're actually serious? I don't believe you.
is laurels a word? Google it.
I don't think. No.
Google it.
No.
Google
You
it.
can Google it
Today
yourself.
is day one of me
I
hearing
can't
that.
Google it because my phone is recording this video.
Oh, huh. Guess you don't get to any of it.
Oh, huh.
How would you even spell that? Laurels.
Don't do it. He's messing with us.
Is it a word?
Any number of shrubs and other plants with dark green glossy leaves.
Technically, you can stand on laurels then.
As a verb, bestow an award or praise on someone in recognition of an achievement. She will be laureled alongside politicians, historians, and other actors.
Google standing on your laurels.
Okay.
I feel like I've heard that phrase before.
David, just stop, man.
We've already discovered it's a real word, so
It has to do with plants.
yes, and you can stand on laurels because they're plants.
The one sticking their tongue out like a child is usually the one that's wrong.
Okay, so it actually is a thing. What does stand on your laurels mean?
Vindication.
To be satisfied with past success and do nothing to achieve further success. So essentially, it's complacency.
Yes. So
Okay,
When was that a popular phrase? 1850s?
no, it was like
Doesn't-
17.
we're bringing it back, baby. No. Before we move on to this podcast, I would like an apology from Cameron and Dustin.
I'm sorry.
You're old.
I had no idea that it was a thing.
You're old.
When was
Who have
this?
you heard say that?
I don't know whoever, but I've heard it before, and
Right.
it's one of those things that I parroted.
Why are there so many ads? How do
That's like looking up why are Solo Cups giving people cancer. I guarantee
Are Solo Cups giving people? Why are you giving me a Solo Cup if they're giving people cancer?
you can find something to anything you want to say. That's what that laurel thing is.
Yeah, well, we discovered that during the whole Subaru fiasco. You were over here Googling weird stuff for that, but
I love Subaru.
he
Do
is
you like Subaru?
I do.
I bet we can have this whole debate right now and he wouldn't even know he did it.
What?
But
I don't think
continue.
Subaru...
Continue with the emails.
All right.
Laurels is a real word.
This is YouTube.
Let it be known, I was
I
right.
don't. It doesn't say when this was like first coined. At least I can't see anything.
Dustin, I want to appreciate you Googling that.
Hey,
Okay,
fella.
all right. I got look real quick. So, to rest on your laurels means that you get lazy or complacent about what you could achieve because you're too busy basking in the memories of former glories. It's a phrase that continues to have significant relevance in the world of sport. Yeah, you may have won the World Cup, but you don't rest on your laurels, which is where it also
You've
originated.
never heard this.
So time out.
Winning
So time out.
competitors-
I have heard the phrase. You thought I just made
Dude,
it up?
no
and
one
it was
has
a
ever
thing?
said that.
Winning competitors in the
People have said
ancient
it.
Greek Pythian Games, a forerunner of the Olympics, founded roughly in the 6th century BC, were given wreaths made of the aromatic laurel leaves from the plant as a symbol of their triumph.
In conclusion,
So
is
that's
it,
where it came from.
in conclusion, is it a phrase? Yes. Have I heard it before? Yes. Did I use it correctly? Not even close.
So it's from 2,600 years ago.
Yes. You know,
This guy says on YouTube,
get educated, Cameron.
there is a video that shows a tiger take out a guy on an elephant. I doubt being on a horse would do much better.
Is this an email that we got?
No, this is on YouTube.
Is it really a thing?
There's a video that shows a tiger take out a guy on an elephant.
I would love to watch that. I don't even care if it would mean I would lose. I would just love to. It's not a war elephant though, so that's mine. Who sent that in?
Kuno the.
What is that?
It's from the Brian Bate. This is a guy who he was talking about the elephants.
Thank you.
So you feel invincible on the elephant.
Oh, it was a YouTube comment.
And the guy gets taken out by a tiger.
Are we done with we got through all the emails?
Yes.
And now we're on the YouTube comments.
What kind
Someone
of,
said on YouTube, I would say absolutely no chance Bates is throwing the ball 35 yards. If he can do it, I think it would be extremely impressive and he should post a video of it. This guy says absolutely no chance.
He didn't give him nothing.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like Bates could throw. How far is 35 yards?
It is 105 feet.
He could throw 105 feet, right?
Too funny. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
105
that's
feet?
funny. All right.
Yeah.
So someone said,
It's not that far.
someone's
It's probably the length
someone
of.
said that's rude
from the
now. I
road
live
to
in
the back of his
Canada,
yard.
and it's a simple Amber Alert that goes out to phones in that specific province. I like cars, so I thought that was cool. That's not a cool Ebony Alert. Not funny. That's not cool. And I didn't know if she was for or against it.
What is,
And,
what is that? What does that mean?
I don't know if she's saying like good on ya or you guys are racist.
None of
I don't know
that
what
made
she's-
any sense.
she's just resting
That's
on her
not
laurels.
cool.
It didn't even. It just said,
Yeah.
And you like something is Subaru, and then it went. That made no sense to me.
All right, this is funny for you boys.
Okay, is it?
Someone a YouTube comment said, "Brave men" with a salute emoji. That Great Value ice cream wasn't cutting it.
It was not, bro. Dude, my lips were literally numb.
I felt bad for you. I thought I had it rough because I was the first one to hit 8 for a couple turns, and then you got all of the bad ones.
Yeah.
It was.
And then lastly, Chick-fil-A is way overrated. It tastes decent, but it's not superior to Burger King.
I like
like,
Burger King.
What?
I don't even want whoever said that on my team.
Michael Shelton.
Mike.
Come on, man. I like Burger King, and
He gives us dough.
I think the Burger King. I think it's underrated, but I think Chick-fil-A is definitely
Chick-fil-A is
better.
better than Burger King.
There's
a lot better
My
than
favorite
Burger King.
fast food place is Taco Bell, hands down. I love Taco Bell. Yep.
Wow.
It's a controversial statement.
I love Zaxby's. Though. I would probably,
So-
if I were to go back to Georgia, I'd probably pick Zaxby's over
Zaxby's, I love Zaxby's
Chick-fil-A.
so much.
All right.
Topic of the day.
Topic of the day. I did have one more question, but I guess I can save it.
All right, no, go hit me with the question. Go.
All right. If Pinocchio
What?
said
I thought it was going to be a serious question.
It's not. No.
my nose
Yep.
is going to grow right now,
Okay.
what happens?
His head explodes.
No, it doesn't grow.
Then it's a lie.
No, he was just incorrect.
My nose is going to grow right now is a lie because if it doesn't grow, that's a lie. But then if it does grow, it's the truth.
His
No,
nose.
but he said that it's not going to grow. So if it doesn't grow, then
He
he's
said my nose is going to grow right
so
now.
he says if my nose is going to grow.
Statement. My nose is going to grow right now.
Okay, what happens?
I think the ether explodes.
Nah,
no,
it doesn't
I
grow.
think he becomes a real boy.
his
it doesn't grow.
His
Then he lied.
nose
If you're saying
falls
something's going to
off.
happen and it doesn't happen, that's a lie.
But he didn't lie because he thought it was going to grow. So he said, my nose is going to grow right now. It doesn't grow. He was just incorrect. He did not lie. There was no malice in his intentions. He was just wrong. And you know what? It's okay to be wrong sometimes, Cameron. Sometimes it's okay.
I think he would
to be
wake up
incorrect.
and realize it was Christmas morning, and then say there's still time, and then he would go and buy a turkey for Bob Cratchit.
I feel like when you say, I'm going to do something or this is going to happen and it doesn't, yeah, he's lying.
I feel like you're one of the stupidest people I've ever met in my life.
But no, like it's like if we were used the example, like I'm playing basketball and I go, yeah, I'm going to shoot this ball, and then somebody steals the ball from me. Like I didn't lie. Like I was just incorrect.
We would have to spend time on this to really get into it.
Because a lie, because a lie is the
I'm trying
intention.
to think.
Is it
Yeah,
not?
no,
I
actually,
guess. Okay, I get
feel like
it.
that's a
That's
good.
fine.
These fellas were.
I think his
very-
nose would fall off.
Well, he's a real boy.
Dad, my nose is about to grow right now. Hold on.
These guys got
If
totally
he was
taken.
lying, and
My
it
nose is
wasn't-
about to grow right now.
He'd have to say that after lying, because then it'd be the truth, and then his nose wouldn't grow, but it would have grown from the lie. So him saying, "Oh, my nose is about to grow right now," would be the truth because he just lied. So he'd have to lie right before saying that for that to be true. But if he said that and his nose, if he didn't tell a lie right before, his nose would have grown because he'd be lying. He'd be like, "Oh, my nose." is
No, if he said my nose is about to grow. See, that's the thing. It's not a lie if it grows. That's the whole
These gentlemen are under the
I think he
influence.
just died.
Of
I feel like he
something.
died.
That they just got too many chromosomes.
All of his limbs would fall apart.
hey,
Yeah, I would say that a lie is in the intention. So if he's not intending to lie,
That's fair.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Yep.
I'm glad that we could get down to the bottom of like the real hard hitting problems in America.
We're good at it. Give us anything, America.
I'm glad too, man.
Forget having a president. You come to us.
Yeah, you don't
We'll
need
fix
that
you up
president.
good.
Let's see. Harrison sent something.
Did he?
Funny. Yeah, go ahead and get into the topic though.
Topic of the day.
Topic.
Topic of the show.
Underrated things.
Yes, we
did
did.
overrated. It's time now to do underrated.
When the pendulum swings, it swings hard.
This is probably going to be. I think it'd probably be less controversial.
I've got one on my list that
Hey, Missy.
I think I'm one of maybe 5 people on the planet that believes this. But
Look, that one's feeding.
Wow.
Dad, it's coming right for
kangaroo
us.
coming to a
Relax.
guy with a camera.
Kangaroos are herbivores. They only eat vegetables.
That's
That one's
That
feeding.
is
So-
awesome.
that's
It's this guy, Missy. Get.
Get away from me, you freak.
they only eat vegetables. The camera zooms out and it's a guy in a wheelchair. So
That's too funny. Get.
all right, underrated. Who wants to go first?
I've got so many.
I was gonna say your list looks way longer than mine.
It's really long. I'm just gonna do the top one. Ready?
Go.
Toyota.
Toyota
Yep.
Who's underrated?
is
Toyota?
underrated.
I think it's underrated. I don't think people realize how incredible of a design model they have.
They do have the Supra.
They have, yeah. Well, the Supra is a big. I have never, and I'm not picking whatever, but I've never heard someone that owned a Toyota complain about it. I complain I love my truck, but
That's
there
why
are
I
so
don't think
many
it's
things.
underrated. 'Cause I've never heard anyone complain about it.
Toyota-
I feel like they get
I'm
all
saying,
the props.
I'm saying I don't, but I don't feel like they do. I think people still pick other Toyota, like their design platform as far as like efficiency and how they fix stuff. There's a name for it, and I watched a documentary on Toyota, and they have a process that's like some Japanese word to where they will continually make a product until it's perfect. Like
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
jump,
yeah, yeah.
and that's what I just watched a video the other day. The guy was talking about the new Tacoma, and he's like, this engine didn't just come out this year.
Well, they also-
it's the same engine we've had for 15 years, but every year we fix things that are known issues with it until it's perfect. It's
Toyota
like,
also owns Lexus, doesn't it?
yes, so Lexus is their bougie kind of stuff. I think it's Lexus.
I mean, people love Lexus.
It's all of the Japanese car brands do. Honda's is Acura. Lexus is Toyota.
Bougie though.
It is bougie. That's like
Is
their
it?
fancy. Yep.
Like the Integra is bougie.
What is yes? It's what's supposed to be. Like that's their like luxury line. And then Nissan has
Nissan is the bougie version. though.
Infinity. That's what it is, right? That's the
Oh,
one
is
with
it Infinity?
the
Yeah.
little thing. Yes,
I do.
and
And Nissan's probably my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
They're good.
I think-
I would love to have a Toyota Tacoma. That would be nice.
See, Nissan probably makes some of my favorite cars, like the 350Z, 370Z.
Yeah.
the
I kind of figured you would like.
Skyline, the GTR.
Yeah.
Nissan crushes it.
There's a lot to be said for some of these Japanese cars as far as like power and performance. They're pretty good at producing a lot of power in a small engine.
So would you say that Japanese cars in general are underrated, not just specifically Toyota?
No, I think that the problem is you have like this whole like this sect of people that's like in like the Ricer group, and they kind of overhype them. I'm saying as like a general American public, like, and I'm not even saying recognizing Toyota as being like a really good like performance car. I'm saying like as far as reliability.
If
like
I had money like that, I would be a Ricer, no doubt.
I would love to do both. I want a muscle car and a Ricer, totally. You know what I mean? That would be my dream car is a 69 Charger with the 440 Mopar. I mean that's yeah.
Mine would be like a 1994 Nissan Skyline R34.
Yeah.
Not 1994, R34 in like a 1998, 1999.
But no, I'm pretty. I'm pretty into Japanese cars, it is not uncommon for any Toyota model to get well over like 500,000 miles on it if you with regular maintenance. It's hard to say that for other manufacturers.
Cameron, do you think that Toyota is over, under, or accurately rated?
Accurately rated.
Accurately?
Toyota's, especially the truck section of it, very respected.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone say one thing about like a Tacoma. Never heard one bad thing said about them.
My brother's got
Have
a
you
Tacoma.
ever heard of Whistling Diesel on YouTube?
Yeah. He gets crazy fancy cars and he runs them into
wrecks
trees.
them. Yeah, so that's like his shtick. He does that with Tacomas, and it's amazing the kind of insane things like dropping boulders on them, and they still work. So
yeah, no,
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan.
All right, David, go ahead. I don't really have anything.
Really?
Okay. This one, not a big deal.
Okay.
Underrated. 100 Grand Bar or Rolos?
Okay. I will agree with the 100 Grand Bar. I've never been a Rolo fan,
Never
but
had
100
a
grand is pretty good.
Grand bar.
You've never had a 100 Grand Bar?
Never had
It's pretty good. I'll give you that one.
It's
Yeah.
anytime somebody sees me buy 100 Grand Bars, they're like, "What are you, a grandpa?"
I know,
You got
yeah.
this, like, that's so eat a normal candy, and I'm like, 100 Grand Bars are the best, bro.
Yeah. They're a classic, and they're certainly I agree with you on that. They're
It's
really
definitely-
good. I say the same. Like whatchamacallit, like no one buys those, but they're so good. I like them.
I don't think I've ever gotten those, but a
never
100
had
Grand Bar,
Never had
No.
one.
you've never had one. Next time I come here, I'm gonna bring you a 100 Grand Bar.
We
They're
need to have an episode on that.
candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
We could do that for sure.
Yeah.
Like was someone, what's the candy bar that someone just gave me? It tastes like a Babe Ruth, but it's only made in Canada now.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's
No.
I forget what it is.
Since that one wasn't that big of a deal, number 2, this is the one that I think you guys will both disagree with me on,
Okay.
because everybody does. Underrated. Heavily underrated.
Okay.
Black jelly beans.
What?
No.
Aren't those just beans?
Black jelly beans, like the black
What does it
licorice
taste
jelly
like?
beans.
I don't know if I've had them.
Most people do not like black licorice or
Bro,
black jelly beans.
Black licorice, especially like the jelly beans, are so good.
No, I disagree with you on this.
They are so good.
We still have family in Germany, and whenever they come over, they bring German black licorice, and it's even worse than American black.
I've never
licorice.
had that. I would like to try
And
that.
it makes me so. I'm like, because you want to be nice, you have to eat it, and it tastes bad, and then you gotta spit it out when they're not looking. And you're like,
See, I love it.
why don't you stay in the motherland?
It works out for me because I love it so much that when people buy bags of jelly beans, they always take the black ones out and put
they
them in a
give it to
separate.
you.
Yeah, and like so people just come with like sandwich bag, and it's just like 50 black jelly beans in there.
I'm kind of sad. I don't think Cameron understands it though.
I don't get it. But
You've
it's
never
okay.
had one.
No.
Never had a
Are your
black jelly
things
bean?
food items?
No,
Okay.
this is just
No,
I
just
guess
the
I would
first
say-
12.
I would say
no,
something underrated.
Actually, now that you mention it, there's a lot of food.
so you don't.
Mine, I gotta dig through it. Mine's a lot of cars.
I would say underrated thing is, and I don't know. We'll see. I think Amazon is so underrated. Now,
You think it's underrated?
dude, think about this.
Amazon.
Think about it.
The
Everything that you could ever want within 2 days. Like, they have everything.
Yeah.
Anything you ever want, I could type in, and they have it all.
Question.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know that?
It's underrated. Like, no, I mean, it's so normal now. But, dude, it's amazing. Like, it is amazing.
I think it is accurately rated. Everybody
I
knows
haven't
that
heard
it's,
someone say how awesome Amazon is recently.
because they don't have to, because it's common knowledge that it's
I
awesome.
feel like
Everybody knows it's awesome.
we should be talking about it all the time. Like, I can't believe they have everything. Like, for instance,
People do talk about it all the time.
We left my son.
This guy used to look on Amazon while we were recording a podcast.
Coming from just a books thing to, like, at 4:00 in the morning the other night, we left my son's wedge thing that he sleeps in. It keeps him from rolling around.
Yep.
We left it at his my in-laws' house, and at 4 a.m. I wake up and I'm like, he's not sleeping because he's rolling around. So I'm like, I really need to get another one of these. And at 4 a.m, I look on Amazon, they have it, I buy it, and it was there that evening, like not even 24 hours, and it's just there. And I'm like, we should be worshiping at the feet of Jeff Bezos. Like,
You're gonna get a lot of conspiracy theorists.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer on the screen when that one comes up.
It's amazing. Amazon's amazing, but yeah.
I agree.
I think it would be accurately rated, because I think that everybody knows.
That again. That was funny. He's like, whatever.
Because everybody knows how good it is.
And everyone pays for it.
Yep.
I don't.
You don't have an Amazon Prime account? What's
I do
wrong
not.
with you?
I do not.
Exactly. It's underrated, dude.
I'm not saying it's underrated. I just don't have Amazon Prime.
How do you live?
I don't need Amazon Prime.
Dude,
I go,
Amazon
I'm going to
Prime
buy
is
this thing. I'm going to get it.
amazing. Are
Do
you?
you have it or use Kinsey's?
I have my own.
No, you know what's really
You need to
cool?
make sure she doesn't have one too when you guys get married.
You know what's really cool about it, though?
I don't know if she does or not.
You know what's really cool about it is Amazon has these like little.
I don't think she does because she didn't know the difference the other day.
Take
Or
two.
she didn't seem like she knew the difference.
Between Prime and regular?
Yeah.
Take two. You know what's really cool about Amazon?
She might maybe I didn't explain what I was talking about. I don't know.
Take three. So you know what's really cool about Amazon is they have these little buttons, and you can get, or they used to. I don't know if they still do, but it's like a button. It's maybe 2 inches.
When's
Right.
the last time you used Amazon to do something?
Right. And it'll say something on there like Tide or Bounty or what, like Dawn dish soap or whatever.
Anything to do with cleaning supplies.
No, not just cleaning supplies.
your
That's just an
point?
example. So you put these buttons, these little buttons, like on your cabinet or something like that, and like when you run out, so like, oh man, we ran out of Tide in the laundry room, and you go, oh okay, and you just hit the button, and that button is connected to your Amazon account. So when you hit the button, it'll automatically order the Tide for you and ship it to your house. You don't have to go on Amazon. You don't have to go on the website. Nothing. You
I
just.
thought you were saying there's these buttons on the website. I'm like, what?
No.
are
They're
you
like they're
talking
physical
about?
buttons that like you.
What?
They're like physical buttons that you would put something. Like if you had the Dawn dish soap one, you would put it in your kitchen, and you're like, oh man, we're out of
You
dish
just
soap.
have a bunch of buttons. It's
let's
like
take a
the
gander.
ephod.
Dude, it's just like a door. Like you open your like door, and it's just like buttons. And you're like beep beep
It's like
beep
an
beep.
elevator.
But like you're out of toilet
Your
paper.
kid gets into it, and you're like, honey, why do we spend $13,000 on laundry detergent?
Yeah. The toilet paper one's got to be right in the
But like,
bathroom.
like you run out of toilet. Yeah, you run out of toilet paper. You just like boop, and then toilet paper's at your house. As somebody who is just hyping up and wants to.
That's cool. I didn't know they had
And
that.
wants to
Do they
make
have
a
that?
graven image. They used to. I don't know if they still do.
I don't see it. I typed in Amazon or Amazon Tide order button, and it was like a pre thing, but there's no
You can't find it on the actual.
button.
Something else that's overrated, and this is not mainstream,
We're on underrated now. Not
Underrated. is the strength of gymnasts.
I was just talking about this yesterday.
Dude, those people,
Hold on, what did you? I mean,
the strength of gymnasts, not
Oh, yeah,
bodybuilders,
yeah.
but
So-
like they're holding people up with
Yeah.
one hand.
So me and a guy at
and
work
then, like,
yesterday.
the like the acrobat ones where I mean stacked, like a guy has a girl and then a guy has a guy on top of it. I mean, and one guy at the bottom is holding 3 people with one arm. What?
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. Because we were discussing. This guy was telling me that soccer is the hardest sport ever, and I was like, ugh, whatever.
No.
But I said hockey's probably the hardest sport to play, and then I thought about it, and I went, I feel like gymnasts have got to be like peak athlete. It's got to be like the hardest sport.
It was called the Amazon Dash button. They got rid of it because of Alexa.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you can just talk to it and say, well, hey, order this, and it will.
Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. You don't even have to push a button.
Yeah.
Well,
I would like for them to put like a chip in my head where I don't have to say anything. Like just
or
think it.
maybe like
Yeah,
your
but-
right hand,
Yeah, but then it would order all of the
left hand.
I think a left hand.
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
order all of the things I wanted but didn't need.
Yeah.
So I'd get like all sorts of parts.
My
for
left hand
things.
is my dominant hand. Can I get it in my right hand?
I'm pretty
You're
sure
left-handed?
the Antichrist is left-handed. So
Am I allowed to pick my hand?
no, you can't pick your own hand. do
What
think
if you
this is
don't have a
America?
left hand?
You think this is America 20 years ago?
What if you don't have a hand?
Yeah, what do you have? Oh, dude, that's a thought. If
You had no hands.
If your hand offended, you cut it off.
Yeah. What do you do about that?
I think that's underrated.
There's no
Cutting your hands off.
Capital punishment.
All right. Next underrated thing. Are you ready for this?
No, but I would agree with you. Gymnasts, peak athlete, like got to be the hardest
Amazing.
sport.
I mean, just amazing.
Yeah, it's especially like if you watch someone even while they're working out that is like into that like the gymnastics or whatever. It like the way that they're able to just hold their body in like stationary positions and not look like they're in pain.
Listen,
is
I'm not
incredible.
gonna trash anybody that can just do a standing double backflip at any. Like they're
Right.
ninjas.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's not all right. You win, bro.
Yeah.
Gifts of calling him God. or
Like,
whatever.
oh, you
That's
trained with Raz Al Ghul too? That's pretty
Not-
sweet.
But like, not to mention, like the judging on that is insane. Like if if you bend your knees too much when
I
you
know.
land, they're
Yeah.
like points off.
Did you watch a video of the girl in I think it was or Alabama or whatever where she did like some fancy thing? She landed and her knees bent like that.
no.
Dude,
Nope, move on.
Dude.
Nope, not talking about it. Nope, can't do it. Nope.
It did not
Nope.
look like it was
Nope,
real life.
Stop. Nope.
Ah.
Nope. Oh my god.
Like,
bro.
nope, no, I'm not doing that.
That's why I can't. That's why I could never. When I was in the gym, I couldn't do the
Press.
leg press. I couldn't do
No,
it. Nah, bro.
Well,
it's like my favorite.
how are you supposed to press through the crowd, David?
Squat.
I press through the crowd.
People just
Violent.
just Spartan
They don't
kicking
want-
people.
They don't want me to get a hold of them. They bad boys.
Oh
hey,
man.
did you guys, Dustin? Did you see the video that Tyler Campbell sent me?
Is
of the
it
kid-
people's
of the-
legs
of the
breaking?
ad?
I can't do breaking legs.
Yes,
David, did you see this?
he said that he called me while I'm at work to talk to me about this.
About an ad?
Yes,
Is this a real ad?
it's a real ad. It's an Irish ad.
You
I
have to
think.
see this, David.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything
All right, so
was as fresh as the bright
It's a little
blue
kid leaving preschool, it looks like. Kindergarten. Older gentleman
Now
walking to his car.
when I see her
Kids going into the woods. What in the pet cemetery is happening on here?
It's like a field trip. Kids are at the lake.
Okay.
I mean,
Catching
little kids.
fishes. Guy driving a car. This is a real ad.
Yes,
in Ireland.
In Ireland.
Oh? Oh my gosh.
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our children. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Isn't that just the
Consequences if you
most
speed.
insane thing?
Are you what?
Since 2000,
Yeah.
aggressive driving has killed a classroom amount of our children. And that was in 2004.
Dude, what about that sound effect?
I know. It was like the most randomest
All right,
thing.
so guys, it's like a little wholesome commercial with all these little beautiful children out like walking in the forest with their magnifying glasses, like teachers showing them, and then they're all sitting down for lunch, and this driver just comes and comes over the barrier, flipping, and the kid's just like, and the camera like pans away, and then it just shows from a top view of the car just rolling over all the kids, and they're just like pancaked. And then like a little kid had a blue car that was the same color as the car that they got hit with, and like see his hand flop on the ground, and the car goes rolling, and then it goes, "Shame on you."
Dude, it took a turn.
Shame on you.
That took a turn. All right, next underrated thing.
That commercial.
Ready?
Go.
Are you going?
No, you can go.
Bamboo.
What?
I think bamboo is totally underrated. I think it's incredible. It grows like a weed, like it doesn't take long, and it spreads so quickly. It's incredibly strong and super flexible. It meets like all of these criteria. I think it's amazing. I'm serious.
Wait, what was it?
Bamboo.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Bamboo's pretty cool. You can pierce someone through with it. You can make a make a fishing pole with it. But I don't think anyone's out here like bashing bamboo.
I'm not saying anyone. This doesn't mean that someone has to be bashing.
No,
it.
you're
It's
right.
an
You're right. No one's
underrated
bashing Amazon either. You're right, but
I'm saying that like no one, as far if we're going based on the principle that no one is thinking about how incredible something is, and that's what classifies as underrated, then I would say that about bamboo.
probably maybe.
I'm serious. Like, look,
How often do you think about?
You can build a house with bamboo.
What do you think about more bamboo or the Roman Empire?
What I'm saying is that okay, so like if you were to like if you wanted to grow an oak tree or a mahogany tree or some other whatever for wood, I mean it would take forever for it to get to a producible size. Bamboo grows
like 3 feet a week, something like that.
Bamboo grows like crazy.
I want to say it's like 3 feet a week. Something like that.
It spreads like not like you don't even.
It spreads like the Rona.
It does. I mean it's like it's a weed essentially.
Tough time to be named Rona.
All I know about bamboo is pandas eat it. The samurais chop it in half. That's it. That's all I know.
All right.
I think it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I think it's probably underrated.
Unfortunately, this is still in the realm of food. This is my last food one though. Chocolate chip cookies.
No, dude.
Underrated.
I think they're accurately rated.
No, they're not. Here's why. Because
I've never heard one person in my life trash on.
No, here's why. Here's my train of thought.
Tell me what you're thinking.
Chocolate chip cookies. One is the pinnacle of man's creation. Man has never created anything that tops a chocolate chip cookie ever. But here's why it's underrated is because everybody, how often do people talk about chocolate chip cookies? Nah, they're always talking about these dumb snickerdoodles and these other types of cookies.
Where I think it will go.
Everybody's talking about, oh man, we need strawberry shortcake and we need this dessert and that dessert. Nah, I'm over pie, I'm over cake, I'm over all those other desserts. Chocolate chip cookies is where it's at. And that's my stance. That's my platform.
This is my anthem.
Yes. Chocolate chip cookies, man. It's the best dessert of all time ever, hands down.
But can you riff right now on a song about your love for cookies, chocolate chip cookies specifically?
I mean, I love chocolate chip cookies. They're not my favorite.
Chocolate chip, chip in the cookie, chip cookie, chocolate chip cookie.
He just like wiggled around. He didn't actually say anything or do anything. Just had like a.
I got my chocolate and my chip. Call me Chip Ahoy.
Listen, chocolate chip cookies. It's the best.
It's hard to beat a classic Chip Ahoy chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah. Are you chewy or crunchy?
I honestly don't even eat Chips Ahoy cookies. I eat.
Well, I'm saying okay, regular cookie. Do you want it to be crunchy or do you want it to be chewy?
Soft.
Soft.
Bro.
Good.
The best.
Good.
Yeah. Listen, the best is when Nikki goes, David, the cookies are done.
I know.
And I sprint to the kitchen.
Something like that.
She opens the oven door and pulls it out, and I do this number. And you know exactly what I'm about to do. I go like this. I go. Right? And I'm jostling the cookie in my hand because it's too hot to hold. It's literally like melting and falling apart in my hand. And then you just, yeah, dude. Is this a gluten-free chocolate chip cookie?
No, it's full of gluten.
It's really good.
You don't want one? Thank you. Oh no.
I'll go cookie.
It's hard to beat that.
Bro.
That's why I don't think it's underrated.
But if you go and you ask,
I would love to watch
what's the best
David's
dessert ever?
excitement when his wife makes cookies and watch him run to the oven.
Bro, I don't think you understand.
I get it.
That's why I don't think it's
How-
underrated because we all have this moment.
How
my
you
wife
feel-
does the same thing. She goes, "I have cookies," and I'm like, "That's life."
And you
That
do this
moment,
number?
it's like-
You do this number and you like slide it. It's like
and it's like,
it's the hottest thing you've ever
yeah.
put in your mouth ever. You're
hot
just like,
milk,
you're
some
like,
cold milk. Oh, you do it with milk?
oh, of course.
I feel that way about Oreos. Oreos are my favorite thing.
Chocolate chip cookie. If you go around and you ask people what's the best dessert ever, nobody will say chocolate chip cookie, and they're all wrong.
Is that the best dessert ever?
It's the best. It's the pinnacle of man's creation. Name something that man has created.
Oreos.
Chocolate chip cookies better. Name something man has created.
I don't know, dude.
Cars, chocolate chip cookies is better. Houses, chocolate chip cookies better. Chocolate chip cookie is the greatest invention of mankind. Better than shoes. Better
I
than
don't know.
couches.
I'm a big fan of impact wrenches. That's
chocolate chip cookies, bro.
up there.
Dude,
How
That's
much
what-
money does an impact wrench cost?
A good one, like $200-$300.
All right, give me $300 worth of chocolate chip cookies,
Dude,
and I'll be
just-
happier than you.
Bro,
That is
I'm just saying,
100%
like,
fact.
If you're gonna stick,
100%
Yes,
fact.
you can't
Okay,
stick
that's
a
fine.
cookie up against like just the general chicken though.
You can, and I do.
Chicken in all its forms.
But man didn't create chicken. God
I
did.
love chicken.
Okay.
Chocolate chip cookie is the greatest of
How about
man's
chicken
invention.
nuggets though?
Chocolate chip cookie, man.
Chicken tenders.
Pretty good.
He's starting to be like,
No, pretty good. But
What about just the Dairy Queen
What
Blizzard,
about-
dude? Oh my-
chocolate chip cookie is better.
What
than
about-
Blizzard.
what
a
about
cookie?
$400 fajitas?
Chocolate chip cookie.
What about a chocolate chip cookie Blizzard?
See? Look. Yeah, you're thinking. You're a thinking man.
I think that combination might.
Ooh, like the chocolate chip cookie dough? Oh, dude.
Chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream.
Oh, bro, I'll tear the cookie dough up.
How about that, though?
I'll eat.
That.
See, that's what frustrates Nikki is sometimes I eat half the cookie dough before she gets it in the oven.
How about the cookie cake?
What's that?
It's like a cookie, but it's a cake.
I don't like cake though.
It's literally cookie.
Like those giant cookie skillets
Yes.
that you,
it's
you can get at
yeah.
Chili's. Oh, that'll change your life right there.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad we can all agree that chocolate chip cookies are the best.
Yeah, they're pretty good. It's hard for me to say anything negative about them, but I don't think
love
it's been
chocolate chip
overrated.
cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies have stood the test of
I
time.
So
I'm
underrated.
pretty sure we fought World War II over chocolate chip cookies.
World War
I
I.
would, dude. I'd sign up.
Yep.
I'd sign up. I'd go to war for chocolate chip
In the
cookies.
Korean War,
I'm,
that's what all the they were all the Chinese
bro.
were swarming the hill.
Yeah, I don't want no stupid fortune
I
cookies. Give me
understand-
chocolate chip, boy.
I understand your passion and your drive. I get it.
Cookie.
I definitely though I would.
The Chinese.
Did you say fortune?
I said that's my Korean.
He said this
The
is where we
Chinese were
fought.
rushing the hills.
And I said, I don't want no
The
fortune
fortune
cookies. Give me that chocolate chip.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Well,
You have had some zingers tonight, and I am about it.
Chocolate chip cookies, most underrated thing ever. And,
no, it's not underrated though.
and if anybody emails in and says chocolate chip cookies aren't good,
I don't
stop listening
that
to
would
this
be
podcast.
Everything
odd.
else.
Let me pick the best one
Yeah,
for
pick
my
the
list.
best one because we're gonna wrap this one up.
This is ironic. I think that Jordans are slightly overrated and Nike Dunks are slightly underrated.
Dude, this kid tonight wearing his Nike Dunks, and we were outside Attica.
Yes, I thought
And
This is
his
gonna hurt my
brother-
heart. This is gonna hurt my heart.
His brother, he stole a basketball from his brother
Mhm.
because our gym isn't enclosed,
Mm.
and it's a freshly just mud pit.
Because all the snow just melted.
Yes. He steals it from his brother being silly, and his brother, the twins, shoves him with his brand new clean jeans, Nike sweatshirt, and Nike Dunks into the mud. Just falls into it. And the brother was just like, oh. And he was like, oh. And he got so much. Get up. You're going in it now. He's like, it's only fair. And he's like, I don't want to go in it. He's like, yeah, it's fair. You're going in it. And I intervened. I'm like, whoa. Like, no, you're not going to push him in the mud now, too.
I would just trade shoes.
like,
They're
but
twins,
dude,
right?
he
They
was-
have to be at the same
He
shoe
was
size.
so mad. It,
They
I
have
was
to have the
like,
same shoe. I would
his
just steal
white
his shoes.
Nike Dunks
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so
crashed.
bad. But here's the thing: like Nike Dunks, quite literally look almost identical to like the Jordan 1s.
Right.
But the Jordan 1s
Aren't
cost
the dunks shorter?
yeah, they're a little lower.
Yeah.
But it's literally
Aren't they Tim Duncan's, right?
Just joking. Look at his face. That's the thumbnail.
it's literally almost looks exactly the same, but you have better colorways in the dunks. They're typically not as expensive as Jordans are.
I don't know anything about any of this.
All right, we'll go ahead. What was your
I've
best
recently
one?
gotten into shoes.
Really?
Like probably the last year and a half. I recently started getting shoes.
I'm a big fan of Dan Post cowboy boots.
Nice.
So I've always appreciated nice shoes,
Yeah.
but up until like last year or so, I haven't really bought.
I think I'm
shoes
learning
like
more.
that.
I definitely the Johnson Murphy shoes I got for Christmas. I've wanted those for a while now.
How do you feel about was it Allen Edmond or Edmond Allen, the dress shoe?
It's not Ethan Allen.
No, I got one called Edmond Allen.
Edmond Allen?
Or Allen something like
No,
that.
there's an Allen, but I don't think.
But anyway, these shoes were given to me because somebody got them as like a gift.
Stacey Adams.
Nope, it's like an Edmond Allen or something like that.
I don't know.
But somebody gave them to me because they were given to him as a gift, but his feet were too wide for him. So he gave them to me. I was like, yeah, dude, a nice pair of brown dress shoes. It's like, sure. So I was like, dude, these are nice. These are nice. Nikki Googled them and found the exact same pair of dress shoes, and they were like $500 dress shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I was like,
Oh yeah.
they're super nice.
What is
I
it?
hope so.
Edmond Allen?
I think it's called-
Dustin, what was your?
Okay, my last thing, I guess, before we wrap this thing up, and this isn't probably overly exciting, but I think it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Allen
Um,
Edmond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan Edmond.
Yeah. They're really nice.
Huh. Well, that's a pretty sweet gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, works out. Trains. I think trains are underrated.
Nah,
and
I hate trains.
Listen,
He's on
they're
something
very
here. He's on something here.
inconvenient and it's annoying. But if you this is probably just me being too much of an old man, but if you Google different like models of trains, how much power and torque they have versus what their payload is. I mean, one train engine is capable of pulling several million tons of weight. It's insane.
I wasn't gonna go with the sheer strength,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have trains or truckers,
Mm-hmm.
society shuts down,
That would be another point.
and no
Yeah.
one thinks about trains.
Yep.
What's crazy is,
You know what
track-
I like about trains? No traffic.
Yeah.
Bro, if I need to go to
Yeah.
Connecticut, I can get on a train, and I'm
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
going to get stuck
But like
in
this
traffic.
train track right here, David,
Yeah.
that goes through Harrington, also goes through Smyrna. It's nuts. Like they're connected, but you have to have them.
Yeah.
If you don't have truckers, boats, and trains,
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Because that
Done.
is how logistics are done in the volume that you would need in the
shipping,
United
man,
States. Yeah.
big deal. Truckers are underrated.
Without all of that, Amazon is
shipping
nothing.
is underrated. But
Yeah,
trains,
yeah.
yes. I mean,
I was just
how
my
you move
main
stuff.
focus. So I would obviously agree with that point. That would to me be a secondary point.
but you're saying the strength.
I'm
of the
saying
train.
just the sheer strength.
Well, how
that
many
a train-
seahorses does it take?
What,
to get to the
how much?
center
Yeah.
of a Tootsie Pop?
No, how many seahorse power is a train?
Yeah.
Where
Find
we?
that out.
Most powerful train engine in the world is the Union Pacific Sentinel. Is the largest, most powerful diesel locomotive ever built. But this is saying that that's a different one.
That's not right.
Thomas. Thomas
See
is
how
the
many-
most
The
powerful.
locomotive was custom built for Union Pacific between 1969 and 1971.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's fair. The total, I mean, you look at the total weight of one train. Guess how much? So and this was a big diesel locomotive, but
800,000 pounds.
542,000 pounds.
What?
That's still 500,000 pounds. It weighs a train weighs about half.
I was being stupid saying
No,
100,000.
What is list of
500,000
most powerful
pounds.
locomotives. Let's see.
How many tons is that?
My little
How
neighbor,
much does the average...
Ben, my neighbor over here, he's like 9 or probably 8.
Yeah.
He has an infatuation with planes. We pick him up on Sundays, and he's like, "Are we gonna go back to the train track? Oh, I love trains." Like tells you all kinds of train stuff. Like he has this crush on trains. It's weird.
It's a crush on trains.
Dude,
I love trains. I love trains. You know what else is underrated? Super notebooks.
That was the last thing on my list. A typical freight rail locomotive in the U.S. weighs more than 400,000 pounds.
Wow.
It's powered by a 12-cylinder diesel engine that delivers over 4,000 horsepower.
So how many seahorses?
Wow, that's a lot of seahorses. That's got to be like a million seahorses, huh?
I forget what the equation. We used to know the equation, but I forget what it was. What's the fastest train?
That would be a magnetic levitation train from China or something.
That doesn't sound real. What you just said.
Magnetic levitation.
So they use high-powered electromagnets. The train levitates off the track, so that there's almost zero friction. The only friction is the friction coefficient in air. So that's how they're able to achieve speeds like 300-400. This
is a real thing that you're saying.
I'm dead serious.
So we have flying trains.
Fastest.
You're trying to break the news to me that we have flying trains.
The Japanese low series maglev, the fastest train on Earth, based on its record speed, is a Japanese low series maglev with a record of 603 kilometers per hour. 603 kilometers per hour. In miles.
It's over 200.
374 miles per hour.
What?
We have flying trains that exist in the world today.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Underrated.
Trains are underrated.
Especially the flying one. That's the train of all trains.
We've never heard of.
I'd
like to see that going through Greenwood. Kadoosh.
Dude, it would.
That's what. Have you you watch a video of the maglev going by and it's insane.
It's within the bounds of a track, though, right?
Yeah, it's so there's still
it's a flying caterpillar.
There still has to be a track. It's so guided. I think it's got like roller wheels or something.
Do people get on it?
Yeah, it's a passenger train. It's not cargo.
And it's 374 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And people are on it.
You can get through Japan.
And they're not just like throwing up immediately.
Well, people walk on planes. Planes are going, what? How fast do planes go? 500?
500 to 700, I think.
So when you're going
average
500 miles an hour, you can get up and walk in it.
Which is a valid point, but I don't know, for whatever, I feel like that would be smoother since you're in the air. But the train is flying as well.
What is that called, Dustin? When your body adjusts to like if you throw.
I don't remember the name for it, but I did watch
what is Mach
video.
1? What is Mach 1?
Mach 1 is like 756 miles per hour.
Oh, so they're not going to Mach speeds.
No.
I don't think you get up and walk around going Mach.
I gotta be honest.
It's either 736 or 756, but I'm pretty sure it's right. But it's within the 700 mile an hour range.
What happens if they just tap the brakes?
Yeah, what happens if this flying train crashes?
It'd be bad.
Do they just get like yeeted into the ocean? Like what?
100%.
If it just comes
through the windshield.
The train just like comes off the track and it's just like gone. It's just to infinity and beyond.
I don't think you have to worry about what's going to happen. I think it'll be pretty fast.
I think you would not have any more thoughts or feelings.
They would all be dead before they knew what happened.
Yeah, they wouldn't even know they came off the track and just be like,
bro. Speaking of trains, dude, that's wild.
Just poof.
Just like this is like some kids in his yard and just sees a train flying through the air.
The conductor just goes, no. Oh,
all right.
I rest my case.
Well done, Dustin. Hello, I said, what did they just get yeeted into the ocean?
Dude, that's crazy to me.
I love his terminology because it's like 2005 and it's just coming back.
Do you not like that? That's the thought of a flying train that actually truly exists today.
I would also incorporate that with Earth Mover, which are Earth Movers are the super large dump trucks from quarries. They're insane. The largest one is.
I've seen pictures of that. Those things are crazy.
It's the Belaz or Belaz.
And we're not doing that no more.
Sorry. Anyway, it's capable of carrying. It's a dump truck. They can carry 1 million pounds of material at 25 miles an hour.
Wow, that is amazing.
That's
All
a
right,
lot.
David, take us out here.
All right.
Take us to the throne room.
To the throne room.
When David Peacock says that before he has someone pray, I'm like, I love his little like thing.
Take us to the throne room.
Or like when he says blinking frog in a hailstorm, I'm like,
You know who else has funny terms? Gary Lutrick.
Yes.
I was
It's a
more
Southern
confused than a termite and a yo-yo.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Yeah.
I was more laws than a ball in the high weeds.
Yeah.
That one makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Termite and a yo-yo. That one, he said that at our church, and since that day I've gone. I don't know what it means, but I'm gonna say it forever. Yeah. I was more confused than a termite and a yo-yo.
He just made it up on the spot. He's like, yeah, that'll stick.
Hallelujah. All right, gospel. The Bible says, "For whosoever,
Subscribe and comment.
for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." In order to get saved and make it into heaven, you have to call upon the name of the Lord. God sent his son, Jesus Christ came, he died on the cross for your sins, was buried, and he rose again 3 days later. He did it for you. The debt has been paid. The gift is given, but you have to accept that gift. And the way you accept that gift is to call upon his name. Ask him to forgive you of your sins, and he'll save you from a literal burning and eternal hell. If you have any questions about that, feel free to email in. We would love to take the time to explain that further to you. It's real simple. Some think it's too simple, but that's the way God intended it to be, according to the Bible.
And with that, if you liked what you hear, email in. Let us know what you think is underrated. And we love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Comment, subscribe, share, and go Trump 2024.
It's fine.
You did not create me to worry.
Hey there, comrades. Thanks for tuning in to the Calm Down It's Fine podcast. If you liked what you heard this episode, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and share that link. We want to get the episode out. We want as many new listeners as we can, and we want the old listeners to keep coming back. So be sure to like and subscribe. Find us on social media at CDIF Podcast. If you want to donate to the show, you can find the link to do so in the description below. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.